I want to thank the organizer for inviting me on the stage. So I'm here today to tell you the story of Surfrider Foundation Europe, the organization that I represent, and about its 20 years fight to tackle effectively marine litter and to tackle the problem at its source. But let me first walk you rapidly through who we are and what we do. Surfrider Foundation is a non-profit organization that is dedicated to protect and to defend water, oceans, and coastline, and most of all, the people who enjoy them. So we're based in Biarritz, where we coordinate actions and projects for the European region. And we do so actually mainly through environmental education, awareness raising, scientific research, and volunteering. So we're, at the core of the organization are the people that we're actually made of. So all of these people, what they have in common is a deep passion for the ocean and for the sea. And we like to think that we can represent them. So we count over 100,000 supporters all across Europe, over 9,000 members, and 1,400 volunteers that are helping us deploying and conducting our actions in the territories where they live. So we have a pretty wide mission, and to achieve our goal, we are focusing our efforts on 5 different themes. So these are the fight against marine litter, water quality and health, coastal development and the balance between coastal development and environmental protection, explaining and informing on the link and the connections between the ocean and the climate change issue, and last but not least, waves and heritage. It consists in protecting the environment through acknowledging ocean and ocean activities like surfing, for example, as part of our cultural and material heritage. But let's focus on marine litter, which is the subject why we are all here today. Our secret weapon under Marx to fight marine litter has a name. It is called Ocean Initiatives. So Ocean Initiatives was basically, at the beginning, our beach cleanup program. It was 20 years ago. Things have evolved quite a lot since then. And I would like to show you how today Ocean Initiative is actually much more than that. So why we've been doing this, and why we've been doing this repeatedly for over 20 years now. The purpose is to support and encourage social and behavioral change. We think that initiatives and activities like beach cleanups and other volunteering actions are incredible tools, incredibly powerful tools to do so. And how have we been doing this so far? So Ocean Initiatives is actually more of a platform through which we are able to raise awareness to the great public, to the mainstream audience, communicate effectively through powerful campaigns, and encourage people to take action and to be part of the solution by offering them possibilities to engage and to get involved within the theme and within the subject. What we do within the context of the Ocean Initiative platform is actually providing, building and conceiving an interface first, which is our website, through which we are in contact with over 70,000 people per year, and through which people can easily organize or join into a beach cleanup or the volunteering actions. We provide them with tools, communication tools like the stickers that you see on the screen, and pedagogical and awareness raising tools like the quiz on the left side. As I was saying, things have evolved quite a lot since the inception of the project, which was in 1995. It was actually a project held by the French government, and it was called Great Spring Cleanup. So we were really into a curative approach. As you're going to see, as I'm going to walk you through the key milestones of the evolution of the project, we tried to switch to a more preventive approach, actually. And started already from 2006, we implemented participatory science into the project. So we had this big crowd collecting waste on the beaches, on lakes, rivers, and we asked them to collect scientific data on the litter that they were picking up, actually. 2014, we tried to get more inland, into the inland, explaining people that 80% of the litter that we find on the beaches, it comes from the inland, and the slogan for that year was, if you drop it on the land, it ends up in the sea. In 2015 was the first year in which we targeted consumers through a communication campaign under the motto, when we buy, the sea pays. So today we're pretty happy. So today, 2015, we're actually celebrating the 20th anniversary of the project, and on the one hand, we're really happy with what it is today. Results are really encouraging. Here on the screen you see the numbers, the figures for last year. Over 20 years we managed to organize over 9,000 beach cleanups in 34 countries all over the world. And we actually, just like last year, we managed to raise awareness over 50,000 participants. So on the one side it's really encouraging and positive. On the other hand, we're asking ourselves some questions, like how can we take the next step? Ocean initiatives are good, but not yet what we want to. So this reflection is still in progress between me, my colleagues, my peers, the stakeholders of the project and the partners. But I think that we already identified some opportunities, and I think that organizations, non-profit organizations, museums, and all the other stakeholders that are working on the field should ask themselves the same questions. One opportunity is trying to be able to reach out more effectively to consumers through powerful communication campaigns like we saw before, by disrupting, for example, the tools and the way we try to address them, and by making them understand that they're partially responsible for the problem and how they can change things, be proactive and be part of the solution. Another really crucial opportunity is actually being able to profit and to take advantage from informational technologies, new technologies, and from, we actually have a panel of tools and of media that we need to figure out how to use to our purpose and to our objectives. And last but not least, we have to ask ourselves as a non-profit organization how to be more precise in evaluating and assessing the social impact of what we do. The projects that we are leading and that we're doing, are they making really the difference or not? And if so, try to figure out the tools to evaluate it properly and correctly. So, in conclusions, I think that some of the questions are not yet answered, but I think that part of the answer is on the screen. I think that innovation is actually the tool that we need to use in order to go beyond beach cleanups, to make such initiatives really a tool to raise awareness and to educate and to be part of the solution in a preventive approach. So we need to disrupt in the way we actually talk to people, in the way we convince them to be part of what we do. Find new targets. We've talked in the morning about focus groups and targets. We need to find new people to convince to work on our side, profiting and taking advantages of new tools, new technologies, and also ask ourselves, what if we change the formats of what we do? And to conclude, I think that initiatives like beach cleanups or other kind of volunteering initiatives that are working to solve the marine litter problem need to be seen as part of a bigger picture always, and need to be integrated into a wider offer. We as an NGO have the possibility to offer much more than that, and we need to conduct our projects with an holistic approach, including, for example, but not limited to, volunteering possibilities, so giving people the chance to really be proactive and be part of the solution. Additional educational resources, making the connection between field operations and field events and other educational tools, for example, exhibitions. You see an example of an exhibition that we had at the headquarters back in Biarritz. And earlier in the morning we talked about the link between practical field and exhibition and educational resources. And I think that beach cleanups are a good way to do that, to realize that. We need to improve the crowdsourcing part. I think that talking to the mainstream and talking to the great public is also a good way to collect data and to improve like scientific research, lobbying and advocacy on these things in order to make things change effectively and durably in the future. And also profiting from projects like this to raise our voice and to make laws and regulations adapt and evolve within the context through pledges, advocacy campaign, lobbying, and petitions. So I think, as I said, this is part of the answer to the question that I asked myself. It's not all of it, and that's why I'm actually open to discuss the matter further with you in further details, and I'm really keen on having your feedbacks, remarks, and to talk about it later on during the afternoon or tomorrow at the workshop. Thank you all for your attention.